Welcome to Unique Prepping. My name is Zach, and I'm here to show you that no matter the challenges we face, like my own experience with cerebral palsy, we can all be prepared. Prepping isn't just about survival, it's about independence, confidence, and community. You see, prepping is for everyone. It's about taking control of our future, no matter our limitations. Here on Unique Prepping, I'll share tips, techniques, and strategies that anyone can use, regardless of ability. Together, we'll build a community where everyone contributes, learns, and grows stronger. So, whether you're a seasoned prepper or just getting started, join me on this journey. Let's empower ourselves and unite to create a better, more resilient future. Because in this community, everyone has a role to play. Hello Unique Prepping community, thank you for joining me today. I've got a lot on my mind, and I think it's time we have a serious talk about the direction our country is headed. We're living in times where division seems to be the rule rather than the exception. Whether it's politics, religion, social issues, or even what we're teaching our children in schools, it feels like our nation is being torn apart at the seams. This division is weakening us as a people, and it's high time we come together, stand up for what's right, and work toward unity. When I look around, I see a nation divided, and I can't help but think of the words of Jesus in Mark 3 verse 25, "And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand." Our country is that house, and the divisions we're seeing today threaten to bring it down. This division isn't just in our political conversations or on social media. It's in our homes, our communities, and even our churches. The powers that be seem intent on keeping us divided, pitting us against each other on every possible front. Why? Because a divided people are easier to control. One of the ways they control us is by keeping us dependent, even on something as fundamental as our food. We've seen the government make it harder for people to grow their own food through various means, whether it's regulations or the ominous chemtrails we often see in the sky. Now, I know some folks might roll their eyes at that, but we can't ignore the fact that our ability to be self-sufficient is under attack. In Genesis 1 verse 29, God said, "Behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed, which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat." Yet here we are, with our God-given right to grow our own food being threatened. Why is that? Because they want us reliant on their systems, their food supply, their control. But it's not just about food. The division runs deeper, especially when it comes to our children. Our public schools have become battlegrounds where the minds of our young ones are at stake. We send our kids to school to learn how to think, but what they're getting is indoctrination, being told what to think. The values we hold dear, the morals we want to instill in our children, are being undermined by a system that seems more interested in pushing an agenda than in true education. Proverbs 22 verse 6 tells us, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." But how can we do that when the schools are filling their heads with ideas that go against everything we believe in? We need to stand up to this. We need to be vigilant, involved, and ready to fight for our children's minds and souls. Let's talk about another issue that divides us, abortion. This is a topic that stirs up a lot of emotions, and I understand why. But let me tell you something personal. I was dead for 27 minutes. That's right, dead. But by the grace of God, I'm here today. And that experience has given me a perspective on life that I want to share with you. Life is precious, and it's something we should protect at all costs. I know the arguments on both sides of this issue, but I can't help but see the sanctity of life in every child, born or unborn. In Jeremiah 1 verse 5, God says, "Before I formed thee in the belly I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb I sanctified thee." Life begins before we're even born, and it's not our place to end it, except in the most extreme cases like the R word or incest. I know some might say, what about a woman's right to choose? And I get that. But what about the child's right to live? We live in a society that often values convenience over morality, and that's something we need to confront head-on. We can't be afraid to speak up for those who can't speak for themselves, and we must support women who find themselves in difficult situations. There are alternatives: adoption, community support, resources that can help. But ending a life should never be seen as the first or best option. All of this brings me back to the idea of unity. Our nation is divided because we've allowed it to be. We've been silent when we should have spoken up. We've looked the other way when we should have taken a stand. But we can't afford to do that anymore. The time has come for us to unite, not under a political party or a social movement, but under the principles of truth, justice, and morality. The Bible tells us in 1 Corinthians 1 verse 10, "Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that ye all speak the same thing, and that there be no divisions among you, but that ye be perfectly joined together in the same mind and in the same judgment." We need to be that united voice. We need to stand up against the forces that seek to divide us, whether they come from the government, the media, or even within our own communities. We need to take back control of our lives, our children's education, and our moral compass. And we need to do it together, as one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I want to leave you with this thought: we are stronger together than we are apart. Division weakens us, unity strengthens us. Let's work together to build a future where our children can grow up in a country that values life, morality, and truth. Let's stand together against the forces that seek to divide us and tear us apart. And let's remember that with God on our side, there's nothing we can't overcome. As Romans 8 verse 31 says, "If God be for us, who can be against us?" Thank you for being here today, for listening, and for being a part of this community. Let's take these words to heart and put them into action. Let's be the change we want to see in this world. Together, we can make a difference. God bless you all, and God bless this great nation. I love you, my community. Hey community, Unique Prepping has partnered up with Hunter Brothers Coffee. It's a veteran-owned coffee company out of Pennsylvania. They sell across the world, and have light, medium, dark roasts, ground or whole beans, and even flavored coffee. If you like to order coffee, use my link in the description of this video or go to my link tree. At checkout you'll get a 9% discount. Order you some coffee and help support veterans in need and help get service dogs as well. Thank you, and let's help our veterans since they helped keep our country safe. Thank you for joining me on Unique Prepping. I hope today's content has inspired you to take charge of your own preparedness journey, no matter what challenges you face. Remember, prepping isn't just about surviving alone, it's about thriving together as a community. We all have unique strengths to offer, and when we unite, we can overcome any obstacle. As Matthew 5 verse 9 in the King James Version says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." In our prepping journey, let's strive to be peacemakers, supporting and uplifting one another as we prepare for whatever comes our way. If you found value in today's video, please consider subscribing and joining the Unique Prepping family. Let's continue to learn, grow, and build a stronger, more prepared community together. Remember, in this family, everyone has a role to play.